Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther, the third. Just a little Panther dance in the middle of the UK Wrestling Month. I always love having former guests on that I've had in the past. And this lady, she needs no further ado introduction. See how bumbled I get. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome back to the basic bitch slayer, Ruby Roberts. Welcome
Thank you
back,
very much.
Ruby.
Thank you. It's really good to talk to you again. How are you?
I'm great, man. Ruby, oh my god, girl. It's been a while. What have you been up to?
Oh, it's been a year. I have been traveling more. I have been to Sweden. I've been doing hardcore matches. I've been doing historical matches, and I've been just wrestling basic bitches all over the world as much as possible. Really, it's been
Wow.
fantastic.
That's so awesome, Ruby. I'm so proud of you, girl. Like the last time we were just talking about video games and like you being on Twitch and
Yeah,
is there have you thought of coming to the States yet? Like, cause that's what I want. I
I
want you to come to the States.
I am working on it. I would love to be able to come over and do a tour of the States. It's something that I'm very much working towards. I'm sending CVs out constantly, and I'm hoping that at some point soon I will be able to break out over there and hopefully come see you guys. You can see me
Yes.
wrestle in person.
Yes, there's a promotion that you need to put on your checklist when you come to the States is called PPW.
PPW. Okie doke.
Yes, they have, oh my God, the women's division. So many awesome wrestlers. Oh, so many awesome female wrestlers.
Oh,
There's Danny
yes. That's
Moe
what I want.
was on AEW. Danny Moe's on AEW Dark. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, there's so many, and there's so many young wrestlers there that you would be able to like give a little bit of info. And male wrestlers, there's a lot of male wrestlers. There's one wrestler over here. His name is Facade. The
Oh,
Neon Nightmare, the Neon Ninja. He is another
ah.
good wrestler. Yeah, their roster, and there's NYWC, that's
Mhm.
in New York. There's VPW. Oh my God, there's so many promotions, and
So
there's
many.
little ones still in PA. There's House of Pain. That's like a
Oh.
really smaller promotion. There's little tiny shows in Allentown, PA.
Mhm.
WXW, which is owned by the world famous Wild Samoans.
Oh, definitely. I'll get you to send me a list then, and I'm just going to sit and fire out CV after CV. Like, hire me, bring me over.
Yes.
I'm weird and I'm Scottish and I'm loud and I'm angry.
So is there any wrestler from the UK countries or like in the States that you've been like looking on Instagram or YouTube that you're like, I have to fight this person?
Oh, so there's so many people. There's just it's such a long list. I've recently been looking at there's a girl who's on Impact, Danny Luna. I recently got to see her wrestle in person, and I was like, oh, I want to wrestle you. I think that would be an amazing match. Who else? Oh, there is a guy from Canada who has been doing tours in the UK who I've been following on Instagram and TikTok, who's called Von Vertigo, and the stuff that he does, I'm like, I think that we'd have a great match because we've got like complete opposite styles. I'd love to do an intergender thing, and I think it would be a just great time. It looks like it'd be so much fun, just battering each other. Um, I'm trying to think who else at the moment. My brain's just going completely blank. There's like the usual stock answers. Pretty much every big female wrestler that there is in the world, I want to wrestle them. I just want to wrestle everyone. I just want to experience every different style and every different kind of wrestling and just go for it.
That's that's always important. Like whether you're like whether you're like in this game, this wrestling game for like a year, or if you've been in it for like as long as you've been in it, Ruby.
Yeah,
It's important to wrestle as many people you have before it's too late, before that moment, then you can't wrestle anymore, you know?
exactly. Because you never know. Obviously, it's quite a dangerous business, and you never know if it's just going to suddenly become the case that you can't do it anymore. There's always the risk of injury or anything happening. So I'm always trying to get as much done, wrestle as many people, try and squeeze as many shows in as I can. Sorry, many shows in as I can, because you never know when it's going to stop. So I just want to try and experience as much of it as I can while I've still got the chance. And hopefully
Yeah.
that's a very long time, by the way. I'm not cutting it short. I'm hoping to be doing this until I'm like May Young old. Like I want to be in the ring like at 80 taking like flaming table shots.
Yes. He'll be that lady. Be like the young deathmatch wrestler's like, do I really have to fight Ruby again? We faced each other 3 times, and last time I threw her through a table, didn't think she was gonna get up this time.
It's like, nope, I'll just keep coming back. It's like, right, that was fun. Let's go again.
Like, but Ruby, your face is still sizzling. No, no, it's fine.
Fine, it's fine. Let's go.
Put the makeup on it. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
like, is there? Oh, sorry about that, Ruby. Is there like, is there any stipulation with matches that you're just like, I don't know if I want to do that.
I think the only thing that really freaks me out, like really, really freaks me out about trying is light tubes. I have
Yeah.
a thing just the way they smash. I have a thing about glass. I am a given that I do wrestling, I am a bit of a worrywart about things like that. I will get really, I'm like, oh, but what if I get a bit of glass in my eye? I'm like, oh, you can punch me in the face much as you want. I'm just scared of getting a bit of glass in my eye.
Oh, jeez. Oh no.
Yeah, like it's the only thing that I'm really like, "Ugh, don't want to do that. Um, but I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I think I'd still give it a try if it was presented as an option. I think it's just it gives me like so much anxiety. Um, but at the same time, I'm a big believer of pushing through what scares you. Like it's mind over matter. So we'll see. You never know. You might see me in a death match with light tubes at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just we gotta be very I sound like Grandpa Joe again. Just gotta be very careful because that
Yeah.
stuff those light tubes, I've heard stories from other wrestlers from Canada. Light tubes, they stick, if you know what I mean,
Oh
and, like
yeah, the powder in them, and when they break, like it looks really cool, but like all you can see it all stick to people, and yeah, it gives me it'd be a once in a while type thing if we did do it once in a while.
yeah, it's like I heard from a female wrestler from Canada that it's like ugh, and I saw a video of one of the girls on TikTok, she got the light tube broken. I don't remember her
Yeah,
name, but she got hit across the face, and she literally had a bar from here to here.
yeah. Ugh.
She looked like
Just the thought of
she
that.
going she did the TikTok voice, this is not makeup."
Yes, I know exactly what one you're talking about. I've seen that video. Yeah,
She got hit below the eyes, and it was just like, "Ooh." And I'm like,
yeah.
"This
No,
is
I think
why
I'd be
I hang out
very,
with this guy. That's why I
I'd
hang
be
out with this guy, and we do interviews together."
Yes, that's much safer. Don't get me wrong, I commend anybody that's brave enough to try that kind of thing. I think I'd be so worried about getting hit in the face. I was like, no, no. Like back
Yeah.
of my head, yeah, I'll just do this. You can just
Yes. Oh, jeez. Even that's bad because what if the glass gets stuck in your hair and you're like you're sleeping or you're like you take a shower and you forget to scrum the tub and
yeah.
your boyfriend or fiance gets in the shower after you and he's like, "Honey, what's this?" And they're like, "I scrummed the tub, I swear."
It's like it's just glass, it's fine, just ignore it. Just work around it, it'll be fine.
Just get a broom because yeah, that's like ugh. So last time we were together you were doing all this stuff with the video games. Have you played any new games lately?
I haven't actually. I've been really busy, which has broken me a wee bit. I love my games, but recently I've been relying on old classics because I've not wanted to start anything new because I've not really had the time to sit down and play it. I've actually recently been playing through Dante's Inferno, which came out for like the Xbox 360. It's essentially just the like most hack and slash button bash game you've ever played in your life. But
Mm.
it's actually great for dexterity and building up arm muscles. So I was like, I'm going to be smart about this. I'll replay this game because I know that I need to work on my arms. But I haven't started anything new yet. I've been looking. I really, really want to sit down and get like start 2K23 and actually start playing it and work my way through the story mode. But I
Mm.
wanted like dedicate at least a whole day to it, and I just haven't had the time.
Has anybody made you in the game yet, Ruby?
Yes, a friend of mine actually made me in the game, so you can download me as a player.
Send me
Um,
the ad. I
I
have to
will.
have you in the game because I've been getting all my UK wrestling buddies, and I need Ruby Roberts. I need to have an epic battle with one of
No
the
problem.
indie female wrestlers that I have in the game.
I was I didn't know that my friend was doing this. He made myself and a few other people, and it was like the level of detail that he's put in. He has my logo on it. He's got my exact gear. He's made like a whole alternative set of gear that's all AJ Lee inspired, and like it was so cool when I saw it. I was like, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to like play that and have like a see if I can do a Ruby versus Ruby match and just be really narcissistic. Just be like, I'll do one in this one and then the one in that gear, and we'll make them fight.
See who wins. Whoever gets, it's like the winner gets, the loser gets deleted. Like,
Yeah. It's like whoever loses, your outfit is gone. That's you.
yes,
You're cut.
you're just gonna be wearing underwear and a t-shirt, like when you get defaulted.
Yep, that'll be you.
Have you ever got a chance to go back to play like Here Comes the Pain or what are those games and see how what you thought about it? What's the thoughts on it now?
Not yet, but I have planned. So my partner is hugely into his wrestling games. So he's wanting us to actually sit down and play through wrestling games right from the N64. So I think the first one we've got is WCW Revenge, and
Oh,
then we're
that's
wanting to
cool.
work our way through. So the plan is that we're going to be doing it soon. It's going to be like the couple activity of, yeah, let's just get as much wrestling in as possible. Watch all the wrestling, play all the wrestling games, just all of it.
You know, you could be me in the game too. Did you know that?
I did not know that. That's so cool.
Yes, you could be me and Sassy Chica in WWE 2K23.
That right? Okay, so you need to send me the link to that as well. That's happening.
Yes, and you could actually make me your manager because I wear a blue coat.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That would go with the hair. Yeah,
I
we're
have the
doing that.
hat on, I have the red glasses, so I look like I'm your manager. You know, I remember my grandfather, he was a heel, so I'm like kind of like I'm like a Roman Reigns. So like
Very true.
they think I'm gonna be like so sweet and friendly, like, hey, what's up, buddy? So they go down the rope and I grab their leg, and then you're like, Joe, I don't know, my hand slipped. I don't know. Ruby, get him.
It's like right, go now.
Get him out. So what is like your since you say you do like the hardcore matches, like what is like your favorite weapon to grab out of all of them?
Oh, that's a big question. So I'm a big fan of I was a huge fan of Triple H growing up, and I am a big fan of a sledgehammer.
Mm.
Massive fan. I've not though. I have not had the chance to properly utilize one in a match yet. I will though. Other than that, I'm a big fan of a kendo stick. Anything I can really swing with some decent force, I'm good with that.
Did you watch SummerSlam?
No, I haven't seen it yet. We were supposed to watch it last night, but by the time we got back from, we had a show last night for Copenhagen Championship Wrestling, um, which I will tell you about in a minute because it was excellent. I had so much fun. A bit sore today, but it was great. But by the time we got back last night and we had stuff to do this morning, I had to take people to the airport to get back to Sweden. I was like, yeah, no, I'll watch it tomorrow. So we're planning to watch it tonight. So far, I've managed to avoid the spoilers. So far,
Not saying anything. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the main event. The main
okay.
event, Ruby, is make sure you get your get your snacks in the beginning of the show,
Oh, we
and
will. We
make
will be
sure
sitting.
you're gonna tape it. There's already live. It already up there. So pre-tape, well, like make sure everything's already or it's already pre-tape. All I'm gonna say is pause. You two need to pause it before the main event and go use the facilities because you
Yeah,
can't
make sure we're
miss
not moving.
a moment. Tell your boyfriend, fiance,
Yeah,
partner, tell him to use the Joe Panther the third says use the facilities before the main event because
I
there's
will
no
do.
missing a moment.
I'll make sure and say to him, like, you need to, you are not moving for like the next 10, 20 minutes. It was like, you, yeah, we're going to
It's
sit,
one
we're
of
going to
those
watch this,
matches
not
that you're
moving.
like, what the fuck just happened?
I feel like it's going to, if it's as good as you're saying it is, it's probably one of those ones I'm going to sit there with a notebook, like, right, play it back. We're taking notes. We're doing like analyzing.
Yes, you need to do that for like that match. You definitely need to get analyze everything that Roman does and everything that Jay does. It's
Yeah.
just one of these matches that this is going to change the element of SummerSlam forever.
Okay, I'm really buzzing to see this now.
It was good. I'm not a big fan of Roman, but I like the character. I like the storyline.
Yeah.
I love this storyline for the Bloodline. Oh, I
Yes,
think
I've
it's
been
the
really
best
enjoying
storyline
it
they've
so far.
had in years, Ruby. Years.
It's the fact as well, it's just been a sustained storyline. Like it's not been like a quick one and done, or they've not cycled through it too quickly. Like it's been building for so long. I'm like, oh, I missed for a while. I felt like they were rushing through storylines a bit, and it's so
Yeah.
good to see something that's had so much build up finally coming to fruition and seeing how it's all going down. I'm really enjoying it. So, excuse me, really buzzing to see that.
Yeah. It's not just the one match, it's all the matches from last night that,
Yeah.
like, really hit the moment. Because I'm like I'm Mr. Old School, so, like, SummerSlam of '91, that was
Mhm.
my very first pay-per-view I ever watched, and it had all the moments. It had
Yeah.
Piper, it had not Piper was yeah, Piper was commentary that night. They had DiBiase versus Virgil. They had the Legion of Doom versus the Nasty Boys. They had the
Yeah.
six-man see, I'm remembering this stuff. The six-man tag team match with the Warlord and the Texas Tornado and the British Bulldog. And matches like that I'll never forget. Like moments
Yeah.
like that, the Bounty getting arrested at SummerSlam. And fun fact, Ruby, my
Mhm.
dad's friends with the two police officers that arrested the Mountie.
Oh, that's really cool. I
Yeah,
feel like
he worked with them.
in wrestling, no matter what capacity you're involved in, it's such a small community that everybody knows someone who knows everybody.
Yeah, my dad watches it and go, I know them, man. They work in blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you know that they're honored every single what are we in August? Am honored every August by every time they'll show like a clip from that show or they'll
Yeah.
put out a magazine. Oh, I don't know if they still do this, the WWE magazine. They'll show
Mhm.
pictures from SummerSlam's past and they'll show the Mountie like in handcuffs, like, and then have the guys next to him and they'll
Mhm.
honor them. Like when they're long
That's really nice.
gone, they'll be remembered as the police officers that arrested the Mountie.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Ruby, what you said you were in a show last night. Let's just talk about that.
Yes, CCW, so Copenhagen Championship Wrestling, who work in conjunction with the LKS Dojo in Scotland, had a show in Scotland in Glasgow last night. We sold out. It was a great crowd. Um, we had we had so many great matches. My brain is trying to remember what happened last night. I'm still slightly tired. So we had some fantastic matches. We had people over from we had Seb Silvers over from Sweden. We had Sebastian Day over from Denmark. Personally, for my match, we had Alice Inc. and Lexi Lux over from Sweden. And we had myself and Daisy Jenkins from Scotland. And we had a Femme Fatale four way, which, in my opinion, was a really good match. I might be biased, but I really enjoyed it. We managed to get a Tower of Doom in. We battered the living hell out of each other, and we had a lot of fun doing it. It was such a good feeling coming out of that match. Um, all of it, by the way, is going to be going up on YouTube as well. We're going to be doing episodes of CCW Grunge. So at some point soon, all of this will be up on YouTube. So if you want to have a look at it, you'll be able to. But yeah, no, it was a fantastic show. It was a great crowd. Um, and I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry, I'm very tired.
Okay, Ruby, you're good, girl. It's all good. We me here at Dudes at Ringside, I can never get mad at you because you're one of my original people, and I know you wrestlers have like crazy, crazy lives, and you do a lot of stuff for the wrestling world, and no one really gives you the awesome we a lot of us fans never give you the credibility and the you know what I mean. We
Yeah,
There's a lot of fans that never give you guys the like what's the word? We never give you the
um,
thank you for what you guys do, but I want to thank you so much for doing
oh,
what you do in the ring for our for us our what's the word?
entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment. You put your bodies and your lives on the line to make us go, well, I'm watching wrestling. So, and thank you so much for coming back on the podcast, Ruby.
Anytime.
Before we go, is there anything upcoming that you want to talk about?
So, we've got some quite exciting stuff specifically for CCW coming up. We are running a show in Glasgow again in October, which is going to be in a historic building called the Old Opry. It's a fantastic venue where everything's cowboy themed. It's all Wild West, and we're going to be throwing a Red Dead Redemption themed wrestling show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we are going to have bull rope matches. There's going to be cowboys. There's going to be myself, just being, the angry wee Scottish bitch that I am. And yeah, it's going to be excellent. It's going to be fantastic. It's one of the biggest shows that we've run in Scotland so far. So anybody who's in the area or wants to come to it, tickets are going to go on sale very soon. And if you're going to see one CCW show for the next year, it should definitely be this one because it's going to be epic and ridiculous, and there's going to be cowboy hats everywhere.
Yeah, don't forget when you get a chance, speak to the guy from CCW. Please tell the owner and promoter about the podcast because
I will do.
Well, UK Wrestling Month, doesn't include wrestlers, managers, ring announcers, referees. Bring their stories, bring their
I
fun.
will do.
Thank you again, Ruby. You can
No
find
problem.
me on the internet under Dudes at Ringside Podcast, as you see right there. Ruby, if my fans want to find you on YouTube or anywhere, where can they find you?
So at the moment we have Twitter, which is just Ruby Roberts BBS. We have Instagram, which is the same, Ruby spelled RUBI. TikTok, Ruby Roberts 0, and Facebook, I'm just Ruby Roberts. The YouTube channel is coming. I keep saying this, it is coming. I just need to get my ass in gear and get it done and get it set up properly and actually start getting everything uploaded. But it is coming. Once I've got that, I'll share it on all the socials. But yeah, that's really me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ruby, for coming back on the podcast again and representing yourself in the UK countries. This is so exciting. Again, Ruby, thank you. You are the best, and I'm so
No
sweet.
problem.
You're so sweet to me
So are
and this
you. Thank you so
podcast.
much for having me on again.
Yeah. I'm Joe Panther the Third,
And I'm Ruby Roberts, the Basic Bitch Slayer.
and we will catch you in the next one. Have a great weekend, Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.
Yeah.